We started, dude. It's good.
Yeah, I know you started.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think.
Welcome to Recreational Outrage Podcast.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hello.
I'm here with my co-host.
Dylan
I got
Kantor.
Dylan Kantor.
That's me.
Yeah.
This man almost started a fight at Howie's the other night.
Dude, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
I did, dude. Not really.
I mean,
It was hilarious.
pretty close.
I think it was
You're
hilarious.
picking up the Ali Kareem trades, dude. He's trying to fight.
Yeah, they
audience
weren't
members.
new open micers. It was just a regular person.
That is true. It wasn't just somebody.
I definitely know where in the moment of doing the crowd work with the gentleman where I went wrong, but the crowd was.
That's good to
Accept the
acknowledge
crowd.
that you were wrong. That's a big
Yeah.
step.
I told him I
I
was
don't
sorry.
think you were in the wrong.
Well, anyway.
You
The
told
crowd
him
was-
you were sorry.
Yeah, I apologized because the owner got anyway.
Involved a little.
Yeah.
But I do think it was pretty fun to see the guy get up and say, "I'm not fucking afraid to
I'm not
catch
afraid
charges."
to catch a case.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
And then the little 90-pound bartender stood in between us, and I said, Maggie, move.
Damn.
It was
And she
also
did
it was the exact same question that Dylan asked another group a week ago. I saw literally a week ago, and
About a
he
week
talked
ago.
to them for an hour. They loved hearing what Dylan had to say next, and he was really doing some really awesome work. Literally asked the same exact question to another guy, and just it's
No,
Fight.
it wasn't the questions.
What is the question?
It wasn't the question. I was.
What did you say?
I was probably just asking him what he stresses about or what he does for.
no. You said how old are your kids?
He said he had. Well, because I already know. Listen. This is where I went wrong. I know it, but went wrong in the interaction with him because the crowd was laughing. The crowd.
That was the worst
The crowd
part
was
was-
doing great.
As long as the crowd is
loved it.
laughing,
Everyone loved it but him.
The issue
So
was
he-
Dylan was
yeah.
crushing.
So at first because Dave Ness was hosting my mic because I had another show, so I
Yeah.
showed up and I was just gonna
very
do a set.
formally too. You wore a tuxedo.
Wait. I'm sorry. Can you repeat that? What the fuck did you just say to me?
So I had another show.
Who's hosting?
Dave Ness was hosting my mic. I'm just trying to give a guy a shot. You know what I mean? And he did good.
He was formal as
He
fuck.
did very good.
He wore a tuxedo.
Yeah.
He did?
Yeah, he
okay,
did good.
Okay, good.
But so I go up. I'm just gonna do a set. I'm gonna let Dave Ness finish, and I'm talking to different people, and I hear the guy on the side go, "Maybe if you were funny, I would stop talking." So then I said, "Well, since you like to talk so much, maybe we'll talk about you." And we started talking back and forth, and the crowd was laughing the whole time, just not him. And then he goes,
You think?
I can't
What are you
remember.
stressed out about,
I
sir?
can't remember.
Oh, what a fucking
Well, you were
shoot.
going into your dad material. You
Kind-
were
yeah.
100% about to talk about your kids. You were trying to relate. Dude.
Yeah.
You
Well-
you were not coming at it aggressively.
But he kept coming at me pretty aggressively.
That's what made it so funny is his responses, and you were so calm.
Yeah.
And he just.
But
looked
what
like,
turned it was I asked him how old his kids were, and he said like 28, 24, 23. And I said, well, that's good then. It's been a long time since you stopped touching them.
Yeah, dude, I would have.
And then he said, I'm not afraid to catch a case.
Yeah, dude, I would have said the same thing.
Which a lot of
And,
pedophiles say that actually.
So
It's this shit happened to me the other day. I was like really excited about this joke, dude. I went to Thick Skin and I was like, I was seeing, I was hoping they fucking call my name, and Matt Kobos like picks a name, and it was this chick that like told a tattoo story before that. She just randomly put her name in there.
Weird.
And she was like, yeah, she's like, yeah, I got this tattoo. I used to be an undercover cop.
Whoa.
Dude, I swear, I cannot make this up.
I have heard at the Thick Skin shows I've been to, dude, there are some crazy stories.
Yeah, and she's like, yeah, I used to be an undercover cop, but then I started smoking crack. And then I got this tattoo, and her tattoo wasn't even like anything crazy. And then they picked her name from the hat.
yeah.
And they, at the end, like they do 3 names. Matt picked her name, and he's like, fuck it, come on up. I was so mad, dude, because I was hoping like for
You wanted to
To
get
get
that
up.
new
yeah,
joke.
I wanted
yeah.
to get that fucking, you know.
Yeah.
You were like blue
I'm
balled on this
hopeful,
joke.
you know. I'm
Yeah.
hopeful. So she goes up and she's like, yeah, I got banned from Wide Right for making these jokes. And she was like making like like offensive jokes, like racial jokes about,
She said she got banned from Wide Right.
She got banned from
Is this
Wide
someone
Right.
we know?
No, I've never seen her before.
Wow.
And it's like this white chick, redhead, tall, pale as fuck. I mean, no offense. It's just I don't know, dude. It
kind of sounds like it.
Actually, there was a part of that.
She was, and she goes up, and dude, Matt and Mike, they fucked her up, dude.
Yeah.
They teared her
Because they roast them after, right?
And they were
Okay.
like, "Here's an example of people fucking or like amateur comedians and people that are doing it." And I was like, "She's not a fucking comedian." Dude, when she like did that set and walked off stage, and it was so awkward that as soon as, dude,
It was worse than any of
was-
her tattoos.
it was so funny because she like walked out, and it was like her, and there's like the short Mexican dude like, just following.
Falls her. Oh man.
Oh, her bae.
Yeah, dude.
Her little homie.
Yeah, and he looked like he had an accent. Like it wasn't.
The Tommy to her thong.
Yeah,
The Tommy to her thong.
it was so weird. So I go to fucking Lions Layer, and I'm like, I'm so excited to like tell this fucking Saddam Hussein joke that
She's there.
No,
Oh.
no.
Yeah, you're
So
still.
I go on stage and I'm like, "Hey guys, I'm from Baghdad, B-Town." The reason I say like that fucking intro is because I can't just go up to people and start like talking about things at an open mic.
It breaks whatever
kinda
tension
makes them-
might be there.
It kind of makes it like it gives them like a foundation of what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So people are like, as soon as they hear B-Town, like me saying that on stage, they don't hear that I'm working on new material. As soon as they hear B-Town, they stop listening.
Yeah.
Really?
But dude, so many people, they're like, "Oh yeah, you work."
You're talking about comics.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Comics,
I thought
yeah.
you were talking about the audience. I was like, what? I was gonna say. Yeah, okay.
So
But you're saying that because it's how it breaks that initial tension between you and the crowd to make it easier to tell the actual jokes you want
the
to get into.
actual jokes and like
Yeah.
kind of give them an idea of what's going on.
Yeah.
So I have this joke where I was like, I'm just gonna say this in English because I don't want to scare anybody. Like that's a tagline that I have, and I like sample that on different jokes. It depends on what
'Cause
I
you can use
want to
it.
use it. Yeah,
Totally.
You can literally fit it in anywhere.
Yeah.
And
Interesting.
and this guy just like is like, "Hey, Hajj," and he start fucking talking to me in Arabic. And this dude have done this before, where I was like making these jokes, and he's like, "Where are you from?" And I was like, "Dude,
Like he's doing an accent.
no,
he's actually Arab.
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
he's
word.
Egyptian."
Word.
And he goes to Lions Layer, and he was like, "Where are you from?" And I was like, "Dude, we had this conversation before."
You sound a little bit like a vampire.
Ah, this
Are Egyptians the vampires of the Middle
no,
Eastern
but
world?
I'm just shut the fuck up.
What?
Okay,
Are you Egyptian? I must ask that question.
I didn't even hear the question. Okay,
All right.
Fair enough. No, go back. He was,
Yeah, please tell us the rest of the story
Yeah.
about the Egyptian.
So he's heckling you. Are you on stage or just in
And
general?
he's like, I'm from Egypt and all this shit. And I'm like, dude, we literally had this conversation before, and you're just like too fucked up to remember this.
Right.
But every time I come on stage and say I'm from Baghdad, you always yell some shit in Arabic.
yeah.
He's
And
the-
it fucking
he's like a
ruined my
ghost
set,
that you
dude.
keep
and I
bringing
got
up.
I got mad, and I never get mad on stage. Because like I have, I get
Okay.
mad, but like
Yeah,
I play
yeah,
it
yeah.
off. I'm
Yeah,
always like my what is it?
You're
What's the
still in
word?
control.
My emotions are in control.
Yeah.
But this time I couldn't hold it back, so I was
Yeah.
like fucking stressed out, dude. So I so excited to fucking tell this joke, and it's been such a weird night with that fucking crazy chick
Thick skin.
at thick skin, and then this guy. So I just had it, dude. I had it, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. I get off stage, and this dude like comes up, and he gives me a fucking quarter, dude.
The Egyptian dude?
Yeah, and I'm like, is this like a joke to this dude? And he's like in my way, so like, I like pushed him out of my way, and I fucking took the quarter and I threw it like right in his chest.
Oh,
and I
dude.
stepped away, and he's like, he looks so confused, and I'm like, what, dude? Like, what the fuck do you want?
Yeah.
I was like, you're drunk, and every time you do this, I'm talking to him in Arabic, and I'm like, every time you do this, and he's apologizing. I'm like, dude, I just need you to be quiet because there's people on stage, and it's like, I'm telling him that in Arabic, and I'm like, I need you to be quiet. I was like, it's okay, like, don't worry about it. It's just, you have to understand that I'm working on shit. And when you talk, you don't just interrupt him, you're interrupting them now. I was like, we're looking bad by, I was like,
this is a moment to be respectful of the art form going.
Shut the fuck up. Yeah. But I'm trying my best, and then
he's wasted.
And then Anthony just like pokes his head and he's like, "Hey guys, I know y'all speaking in your native tongue, but I'm gonna need you to keep it down. Respect though." And he just like fucking. And I was so fucking mad at that point. Yeah. And then Ralph Great like came up to me and he's like, he gave me advice about like how to handle hecklers, and I'm like, when somebody is like Ralph comes and gives me advice, like some stuff that I already know, I can't interrupt him.
Yeah.
And be like, oh well, I do that at shows, or I know that, so I just stood there and I just listened to everything he was saying, because like I know that I like lost my cool.
Yeah.
And it was gonna be a fucking fight. Yeah. But then thank God the dude didn't react.